India, a girl doesn't just marry a person, she marries a whole family.
If you are of not the same caste, you will face problems in the future.
There are people who think there is no love in arranged marriages, but they're completely wrong.
In India zijn 9 op de 10 huwelijken gearrangeerd. Dat betekent dat de ouders de partner kiezen van hun eigen kinderen. In onze Nederlandse cultuur is dat natuurlijk ondenkbaar. Want hoe kun je nu ooit gelukkig samen zijn als je niet eerder verliefd bent geweest? De cijfers liegen er niet om. Uit Amerikaans onderzoek blijkt dat gearrangeerde huwelijken minstens net zo succesvol zijn als liefdeshuwelijken. De studenten in India bevinden zich midden in de verschuiving van gearrangeerde huwelijken naar liefdeshuwelijken.
Arranged marriages in India is when two families come together and decide two individuals' future by getting them married. It's not about them knowing each other. It's not about them meeting each other before they get married. It's just decided.
So every aspect of both the families is looked forward to, whether they are compatible, whether they are the same caste, because caste plays an important role. It is considered that if you are of not the same caste, you will face problems in the future, like your cultures and traditions don't match. So most probably that is the reason they look forward to the same caste, so that in future they'll have, they are easy to adjust to each other's circumstances and traditions as well.
In India is het ongebruikelijk dat stelletjes in het openbaar samen zijn. De laatste jaren komt daar langzaamaan verandering in. Verliefde koppels gaan naar afgelegen plekken waar ze geen bekenden tegenkomen.
I was the first one who chose for a love marriage. Very difficult for me to go to them, ask for their permission also. There was an opposition from them, yes, definitely. Finally they agreed. They have told me the pros and cons, and we had a little bit of talking at that time, but ultimately they gave in and let me marry that guy.
People I know my age would definitely want to get the right to choose their partners, to actually fall in love before they marry and not marry someone and then wait to fall in love so that their marriage works out.
There are people who think there is no love in arranged marriages, but they're completely wrong. People fall in love in arranged marriages. I have seen so many successful arranged marriages. People are happy, they have a good life, they have a family. And I personally think that in arranged marriages, responsibility comes more. And once you're responsible for someone, you're responsible for their happiness, you tend to keep them happy. So yes, arranged marriages prove to be more happier than love marriages.
So let's talk about Romeo and Juliet. In that story, we have read that two persons meet, and these belong to some enemy families, and they fall in love. Their families are enemies, but they still fall in love regardless of what their families think about. And eventually in the end, what happens is they both are killed, and this makes it very evident that no matter what, the feelings are not paid attention to. It is your ego, it is your mindset which eventually has the main role in love marriages. So that is what I see in India. For example, here it is not about enemies or something. Here it is all about caste. If you don't belong to the same caste, if the girl's parents don't like the boy, if the boy's parents don't like the girl, they would simply act as Romeo and Juliet's parents, and they would try everything to separate them without thinking that their child's future, next 30 to 40 years, will be destroyed. He'll have to sacrifice his whole life with that person which he wouldn't have to. So that is what these people face in India for love marriages.
Wie anders dan je eigen ouders weet wat goed voor je is, wat bij je past en wat je graag wil. Je ouders kunnen, misschien wel beter dan jijzelf, bepalen welke huwelijkspartner geschikt is.
The person I marry is definitely going to be my own choice. But again, my parents' approval would be very, very important. Since in India, a girl doesn't just marry a person, she marries a whole family.
If my son brings a girl who I do not like or I do not approve, I don't think that I have much to say in this, because if he brings somebody I was looking at today's time, I'll have to accept.
Getting married against the choice of parents is not a right thing. They are the ones who have brought us up. They know what will keep us happy. Getting married against their decision is completely what I don't like. I want to be with my parents always. I want to obey them. I want to listen to them. So I believe arranged marriages are good, and I believe that we can fall in love after arranged marriage too.
It is not only that girl is going to be a partner for my son, but also she is going to be my partner in the household. She should be taking care of me when I am old. This is what an expectation of a daughter-in-law in an Indian family always have been and always will be. So I will understand that she should be caring, loving towards elderly, because ultimately I have to grow old, and I would want to stay with my son and his family and would want to cherish his family till I die.
Love marriage or arranged marriage, it should be complete with love, care and support of the family. That would be a successful marriage according to me. So I think parents should understand that they should support their children. Children should also be responsible enough, to find a good partner for them.
Kunnen ouders nu het beste inschatten wat bij je past? Of kun je dat uiteindelijk het beste zelf? De komende jaren zal in India de populariteit naar liefdeshuwelijken in ieder geval toenemen.